Good evening, ma'am. Right now I'm going to be explaining about the first experiment, which is the study experiment on a TIQ access manager and setup of the environment. First, we're going to be seeing how to install the novel access manager administration console and identity server. So for that we need the root password, and then we need to click onto the SUSE desktop, and then we need to give yes, and then move on to the NAT warning and give a yes to it, and then we need to give the IP address options. We can change it to 2, and then we need to give a password, and then also assign IP address for the novel access manager server. Keep it in the local NAT, and then the installation will take about 10 minutes. Next, we need to enable the admin console to listen to all the IP addresses. For that, we need to give few IP addresses as an example, as mentioned here, and then use the grep command to verify the null results, and then we can restart all the services that's mentioned. Third is enabling the admin console to listen to all the IP addresses with gedit. So using gedit, it can be opened in the background or even in the foreground. So we can remove the IP addresses, we can highlight the following address, and we can save it in the server.xml file. Fourth is configuring the identity server. We need to open the Firefox on the public workstation, and then we need to go to IDP directory admin console, and we need to give a link, a URL, and then we can click on new cluster link, and then we need to give an IP address. There will be a checkbox, we need to tick it, and then we need to click the browse button next to the SSL certificate under the base URL. We can click the replace option, and also we need to click the browse option on the certificate line, and then we need to select new, and then give a common name for it and give OK, and we need to give a series of OKs, and then after replacing the certificate configuration, it will look like the output that's mentioned here. So here is the name that we've mentioned, and here we need to give the base URL and the port number, and also the certificate is also selected. Next, we need to specify a series of things: name, display name, URL, and then we can just give next, and we need to give an admin name, a name, and an admin password, and the directory type, which is the directory, and then it would look like this. So here we have the name, admin password, and we have to confirm the password and the directory type. And then we can click new under server replicas. We can enter the following, that is the IP address, the port number is also given, and then we need to click OK. So it will look like this. This is exactly the page. So the search context, we need to click OK, and we need to give O, and then change the scope to the subtree. We need to make sure that the key, to clear the session with the admin console, we need to click the logout button and log out from it. We can also test it by logging in again. We'll get a message stating that you have been authenticated. So that's how we check it. We can see the health status is green already. Next, installing the Access Gateway appliance. Here we have the NAM 3.2 Access Gateway on VMware Startup menu, and then we can power it. The green arrow will be there. We can press it, and then we can install. Appliance must be given. That option must be given. We can hit the enter to start, and then give I agree to the license. USA can be the region, and then we need to give the current time and date. That's very important, to give the current time and date, and then various series of information must be given. We must give the default gateway, the subnet mask, the IP address, the root password, all of these details. We must be entering it in this page as mentioned over here in this screenshot. This is how we enter it, and then we give a next, and then all the installation will happen successfully. The last one is validating the Access Gateway appliance installed. So first we need to log into the admin console, giving the username and the password, which is already mentioned above, and then we get the dashboard. So here, as you can see, the Access Gateway will be displayed in yellow, and look at the health status and see why we are getting yellow. The health status will stay yellow until the identity provider is added to the NetIQ Access Gateway. For now, yellow itself is successful. So this is the first exercise. Thank you, ma'am.